reaction from the delegates who've been getting ready to select Trump as their nominee here in Milwaukee. You know, Bill, this is supposed to be a celebration for the party, and I got to ask you, how's the mood changing, or if it is changing among the delegates, Bill?
Well, for the delegates that we have spoken to, they definitely say that the events today in Pennsylvania is going to color or at least inform how they are viewing the next several days ahead as the Republican National Convention is set to begin on Monday. And delegates are already converging on Milwaukee from across the country. And delegates that we have spoken with say that they are shocked and that this attempt on former President Trump's life will no doubt bring a heightened level of security to this convention. I spoke with Wisconsin delegate Patty Ryman just about an hour ago, who says that she was at her home conducting an interview with a German news network, informing them and trying to explain to them how our elections work here and how delegates work. And she says that there was some hurriedly speaking German on the other end between some other journalists on the other line of that interview. And then she says her husband came into the room and said something happened at that rally in Pennsylvania, and that is when she learned that there was that shooting. And so as this convention begins, she says security for her is top of mind.
I think people are going to be more attuned, looking around, not feeling so safe anymore. I know a lot of people said, Patty, be safe down there. I worry about it. But now I am worried about it.
And we did speak with a delegate from Pennsylvania who says that this is bringing a somber mood to the events here in Milwaukee, and no doubt will be a topic as we move ahead. And as Jason had said earlier, President Trump is expected to be here in just several days to accept the party's nomination. We're continuing to get information from some of those delegates who are here in town, including from the Wisconsin delegation, and we'll be sure to bring those to you as soon as we get them. For now, reporting live in downtown Milwaukee, Bill Miston, FOX 6 News.
Bill, I want to ask you about security, because that perimeter, there's now a question, is it going to change? Have you seen any changes down there tonight? Because really people haven't needed any credentials to get right up to Fiserv Forum today, correct? And especially where you are right now. It's supposed to change tomorrow. I'm just wondering if there's going to be any changes happening immediately. Nobody's asked you to get out of there yet, have they?
No, and I can't imagine that there is going to be much wholesale changes to the overall security plan, because this has been in place and planned for months. What we should expect is that there will be obviously a heightened level of security as we move forward, but I can't anticipate, at least from what we can see as the public, there being large changes, because there's already so much infrastructure and things that have been put in and around West Town and on the east side of the river around some of the hotels and things like that, where it's hard to get around just as it is, let alone if you were going to be changing much of the security footprint. For reference, though, we have reached out to the U.S. Secret Service inquiring about these events in Pennsylvania and how this might affect events here in Milwaukee, and we're still waiting to hear back from them.
Yeah, I mean, some people saying, you know, is the soft perimeter going to be a hard perimeter? But they just can't do that overnight, Bill. These are a very large infrastructure that they put in place to make that hard perimeter. They'd have to come up with miles or a mile of those giant barricades, correct?
Yeah, and for those that haven't been around downtown so far, as these barricades and Jersey barriers have been getting put up over the last several days, it's become even more difficult to get around this area, and police already have certain areas blocked off and vehicle traffic being moved to other areas and out of the hard perimeter of the RNC, or where the RNC is going to be taking place. So I don't anticipate much of that being changed, but we're still going to wait and see if there may be any changes, that those will be coming from the Secret Service or the Milwaukee Police Department.
I would anticipate the searches will be a little more thorough. We're all expecting thorough searches now. But Bill Miston reporting live outside Panther Arena down there in that perimeter zone, what will be in the coming day here.